Hello.
Hi, we're Hippotraktor and you're watching ROCKFLESH.com.
So, here we are on the tour bus. First time that we've interviewed on a tour bus, so very exciting, guys. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming us into your abode. Yeah, so ROCKFLESH, today we're in Birkenhead, and we are with the mighty Hippotraktor. Woo! So, how's the tour been? I think is it about halfway through the UK at the moment, kind of thing? Yeah. So how's it been?
Yeah, it's been epic, man. I had great times for sure.
Yeah. Where's been better? You played Glasgow, did
Glasgow.
you? People always say Glasgow is one of the best on a tour.
It was pretty good. Yeah. We liked it a lot.
Yeah, Glasgow and Sheffield, I think.
Yeah.
Sheffield it was,
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, a few different venues around the north, and then you've got Birmingham tomorrow, I think, isn't it? And then London. And yeah, excellent. Good stuff. So, I guess for those watching who don't necessarily know your music, I guess I would say personally that, unsurprisingly, the ocean. Any fans of the ocean will love you guys. We love the ocean at ROCKFLESH Towers, so we love you guys. You're obviously on Pelagic Records as well. Yeah. But how would you describe your music to someone, just in 3 words? Someone who didn't know you at all.
3 words.
3 words.
Oh shit. Well, I think I'm interested to hear what you're gonna say since you're a new member.
Monumental.
Cool.
Dystopian. About 2.
I like that. As
Towering.
The third one.
I would say towering. Yeah.
Towering, monumental, towering.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's good. That's nice. Actually, that kind of leads into a bit of a silly question that we asked monuments, because you said monumental. We asked monuments what their favourite monument was, and apparently they'd never been asked that before. But what is your guys' favourite monument?
My favourite monument? Yeah, I'd have to think about that, yeah.
Must have been some sort of hippo. Gotta say that.
Or a really impressive tractor.
Or a really impressive tractor.
We're in the UK, it's a tractor, obviously. It's a tractor. Yeah.
So it was that hippo driving a tractor, which we're named after.
Wow, that's gonna be a thing in a couple of years. Yeah. We actually went to the monument of the Beatles here in Liverpool.
I saw the photo.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was going to say, Liverpool has the Fab 4. We have you guys in Belgium have the Fab 5. So you know,
we were joking about if we would have a statue where it would be placed, probably in Mechelen, our hometown in Belgium.
Yeah,
excellent.
And then it would be funny to have an hippo and a tractor. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You could all be like just hanging off the tractor.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not?
I don't think we'll ever get there. But yeah, it was just a funny mind experiment. Let's call it that.
Hey, I'm pretty sure everyone starts off not thinking they will have a statue of themselves. But most people. There's probably some who think they're going to get a statue.
Yeah, not me.
No. But I suppose that does tie in a little bit into the kind of concepts behind certain aesthetics and kind of those aspects. I guess I've read before that it's not necessarily specific events that have kind of triggered those elements in the writing, but more just a general feel for the world at the moment. But I think, that's kind of a political thing and that kind of aspect. Yeah. Is the new stuff that you're writing as a band, is it kind of feeding from that kind of area again, or is it a lot more introspective in the next
I'd say range? More introspective, for me anyway. I really wasn't at a very good place when I started writing Stasis, and I was struggling with the whole being an artist and wanting to write and play music, but then usually not getting paid or getting paid very little, having this feeling of society not really valuing what we're doing, or no longer wanting to pay anything for it. And that's all. I mean, you can't really blame the consumer because they've been conditioned to think it's normal that you won't pay for music or anything. So yeah, it's a whole and a very big story, but I'll keep it short. For me, it was not a good place, and I just started writing from that spot. I told Stefan what I was writing about. He's the other singer of the Hippos, and he, at that time anyway, he wrote all vocals. And he just went from there and did his own thing. So I'll let him, should you ever interview him, explain the rest of it. But for me, he came from there. I think the next record is gonna come much more from the political things that are happening in our crazy world right now, and the kind of dystopian feeling. I think we're all having some weird shit's going down, man. So. It's safe to say I'm a bit scared.
Yeah. When it's superpowers pulling the strings and making strange decisions, shall we say, then it affects everyone, doesn't it? So definitely. But I suppose that affords you as an artist the opportunity for rich material, as it were, you know.
Unfortunately, yes.
I'm trying to look on the sunny side.
I view ourselves as the lucky ones, to be honest, because I mean, a lot of people do not have a passion or a way out to express themselves in this in this time, and we're very high sensitive, as most people are perhaps, and the changing of the world at this point affects a lot of people, and we have the opportunity to express ourselves in the music, which is a luxury and a gift, to be very honest, and that's cool to put that in writing or in singing, in music. So
excellent.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Having that opportunity is
I do realize that a lot of people also struggle with that, but they don't have a way out.
Sure.
So at least we hope to touch them with our music, at least.
And I suppose that's one of the things as well, when you're, especially if they are those songs that have deep meaning, as you know your songs do, seeing that connection with the audience, seeing that connection with the crowd.
Music is one of the forces connecting people, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And we need more of that. And I think the greatness of humanity lies in us connecting and not us forming factions and shitting on each other. And I think that's the way to go. So let us be a force of connection. That being said, there's enough people who hate metal, so so I'm not sure how that plays into the connection thing. But,
as long as everyone connects with something, I suppose, and in a positive way. We'll say, hopefully.
Exactly. Exactly.
Interesting you say about the connection with the crowd. So a couple of things with that. Firstly, how does it feel when you do a song for the first time to the crowd? Is it nerve-wracking, or is it a release? Do the songs feel different when you then put it into that space? What's the kind of immediate reaction you feel?
You first.
Well, because I joined only last year, or at least a small year ago now.
Yeah.
Playing those songs first because I was a fan 2 years prior joining the band. First of all, amazingly. Second of all, I didn't know it would consume me that much playing them, because I saw them as a fan. And I was like, oh, cool. And I see how they perform it. So I perceive it a bit different. But performing the songs myself I didn't realize how much it could take me away.
Interesting. So previously you've been a part of it, and then you were in it, kind of thing, and that difference.
It's a trip, to be very honest. Without any other substances. I mean, the music itself, absolutely, the music itself. I didn't know it would drag me away from.
Oh, that's amazing.
From time. Yeah, absolutely, it does.
Right.
And I think I hope that we can show people that they are allowed to fly off a bit. I mean, dream away for 55 minutes at least. So that could help.
Yeah, for me it's always scary. Writing the songs, it's the first time I really get to test if they work or not.
You often write them in front of a computer, kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Or I mean, then the third record is being written more in sort of during rehearsals or whatever. So it's more of a joint thing. But before I wrote everything alone at a computer, and then getting to test a song, it's always scary one, and then also you've never the parts aren't a part of you yet.
Yes.
So I write the thing and then I mostly listen to it, but I don't play it. So I literally forget how to play it, and by the time we have to start rehearsing, I have to learn it all over again. And so it's really, and then I've never played it as a whole. I've only played parts of it.
Yeah.
So the entire thing, it's something, it's a different pathway in your brain, I think. So it's scary for meeting the connection with the crowd, and also, am I gonna play the right things? So yeah, man, it's always just nerve-wracking to me anyway.
It's on the edge.
Yeah, and we're all kind of still feeling how is it gonna go, and especially our drummer, he never plays the same thing twice, so he might throw you off, and then everything goes to shit, and you really don't want to fail. Let's put it like that.
Truly. Yeah, we chatted with Leprous before their set Radar, where they were obviously doing the kind of crowd interaction thing, and they were saying there were some songs they were hoping people weren't going to pick because they couldn't remember how to play them, kind of thing, and it was going to be the seat of the fan. Do you think you'd ever do a crowd picking the set interactive type thing, or would it be far too nerve-wracking?
For the moment, I don't think there's a couple songs I really hate playing, or we can't play anymore, or they're very demanding songs. For me anyway, I'm not the greatest musician, so fuck, man. No, I'm not ever. I want to be prepared. I think it's more important that the crowd enjoys, or at least gets to see an artist perform on the top of
rather than the songs they want shit.
Exactly, man. Exactly. That would be that. Yeah, maybe when we're 80 and still playing, and we're like, I'm bored. Let's do something new. If you're Metallica, sure, but we're far from Metallica. So.
So actually, fast forward. You've got to the ripe age of 105, each of you, and you're doing your very last tour. What as you do, as I've foreseen. As this day comes, what is the final song you play as a band? Because you won't have written any more, obviously, in the meantime. Yeah. So, what's the final song from now that you would play as your final ever
song?
We're
gonna pick the same one. You go for it. Mountain? Oh fuck, no. we were we were wrong.
Not on the same page.
We were wrong. I'd play The Reckoning, which is a song we've never played live, so The Reckoning for sure.
Excellent. It'd be great if that was the first time in span.
Yeah.
Amazing,
yeah.
First time reckoning, nerve-wracking. At 105.
We'll wheel you out. It'll be a Phil Collins moment.
At least shut myself. Probably something like that.
Like, matron nurse.
Wipe my ass, please.
In between songs. Oh dear. So that connection with the crowd. One of the things that we've one of the other reviewers has written about recently was the Ghost gig the other night, where it was you had to put your phone in a magnetic bag and that. What's your feelings on fans with cameras up during gigs and all that kind of thing? You can be brutally honest. You won't offend any of the watchers.
My fair honest is I don't realize, because like I said, I'm out of there. I'm not really myself at that point, but I truly hope that people see because of it, because I showed I don't care, they might take a photo and just put their phone away.
Yeah.
I do that too. When I go to a show, I take one picture at the end or in the beginning, just for me when I look at that picture, if I ever do.
To trigger the memory.
To trigger the memory. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, perfect.
Right. But that's basically, I just hope that, I got my picture. That's what I hope for, but doesn't bother me, to be very honest.
No, don't care. Don't care. You do you, man.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's interesting because obviously people do have quite strong opinions on it. Some people have quite strong opinions on it. And obviously if you're doing major stadium rock shows and stuff, and you want to keep stuff a secret, I suppose that's part of it. But
then you just don't play the song. It's impossible today. You just can't force people to do what you want.
Exactly.
So just don't play it.
So if you had a massive arena show
Imagine.
Yeah. Budget is no limit at all.
Right.
What would you have on the stage?
Pyro. Sorry. You go first.
Immediately.
Pyro.
Well, there we go.
So pyro.
There's the man who likes fire.
I like boom boom.
Lots of pyro.
I want to go kapow.
No, I think just something with a huge LED wall or
Yeah.
something. I would like to have some sort of projections or get an artist involved and
Sure.
really make something that's bigger than just the show, or maybe that's the show. I don't know, but something bigger than just us playing. I think
Yeah.
we could do something more with that, but that's been an ambition of mine forever. But there's just never the budget, and I kind of left that one go, and I'm just enjoying myself on the stage, and that's fine. That's fine. But if there were money, I think we would do something stupid and cinematic.
I think that goes naturally with the music. If
Yeah,
we think about the kind of the big stage shows that say the Ocean can do when they've done the bigger shows, and also Gajira, etc. Bands who do the same sort of soundscapes, the same sort of atmospheric, monumental sounds, as you say. I think it'd be perfect. Perfect for you guys. Definitely.
Cool. One day, maybe.
There's this show from Siguros. They played a while
of
back.
course, yeah.
When they did the interview of the album with the 2 brackets or whatever it was, and the last song is Poblayo, and the very last song they draw this curtain and they put the spots up, so you see very big silhouettes of the people, and then make it immensely huge, which is amazing. That and another projection of water on top of it. That was really cool.
Yeah, something like that. Something with projections and something with maybe this projection screen in front of us, and we could have one in the back, and we could do multiple things.
There's a lot of things to do with that.
A lot of
Excellent.
Yeah, make it pretty.
And pyro.
And pyro. Put the projection screen on fire. Let's go.
Exactly. And all the girls on chains and stuff like Motley Crue. I mean, obviously. I mean, these are givens.
Yes.
Yeah,
We like girls.
Okay, so if you were to have a Hippo Fest,
Okay.
who would you have as your main headliners?
Steven Wilson. Or
Every night.
Every night. All the bands. Steven Wilson and then us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Surely you're going to be on the bill.
Maybe
After show.
Or
Hippotraktor.
Yes. Secret special guest.
Yeah.
We never guessed.
Who'd you pick?
One of the main bands, so Perfect Circle or Pacifier, one of the 3.
Sure.
Whatever is available.
3 sub-headliners.
Yeah.
One each day.
I don't think it's a great match though with Steven Wilson. I mean,
well,
if it's Tool, it'll be fine. But the rest
I want Steven Wilson. He's gotta come. Yeah, man. And then maybe The Ocean, I love, of course. Ellen from Pelagic as well. That would be pretty epic. Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple of Pelagic bands I'm forgetting. Potamus from our hometown as well.
Absolutely.
That would be super cool. Yeah, these are the first ones that come to mind anyway. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Excellent. So, what can we expect from you in the next 12 months?
Ooh.
That you're allowed to tell us.
Yeah, well, sure. We're gonna start recording our new records. I hope we're getting there. It's slowly progressing into something I'm very excited about. So,
Awesome.
first one where there's Kristof also writing, and we're doing this thing where everyone gets to pitch in. So I'm equally nervous as excited about it. So that's a big one. We're playing two shows in Norway this year. One the 1st of May, I think. Yeah, and then one in October, I think. One in Oslo, and then one in a place I forgot the name of and probably can't pronounce either. So these are the biggest ones that come to mind for me anyway. A pretty empty summer in terms of shows, but that's fine because we have a lot of writing to do. So
Exactly.
anything I'm forgetting? No. okay, that's about it.
And there's always something that can happen.
Yeah,
and
sure.
who knows?
Hopefully a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot more shows would be perfect. Yeah. I wanna tour more.
Yeah.
This is epic. I want the bus, man. Yeah.
Hey, we need a bus like
We
this
need
as
a
well.
bus, the hippo bus.
The ROCKFLESH bus.
Yeah.
We've got the ROCKFLESH car, not the ROCKFLESH bus. The hippo bus.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for spending some time with us. Thank you very much for inviting us
Thank you.
into your home, as it were. I feel like Cribs or something. MTV Cribs.
You can put your shoes back on.
Exactly. Get out. Sort of. Have a great gig later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Obviously, we'll have photos from it. We'll have the review from it. Lots more to come. So, thank you very much, Hippotraktor.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, ROCKFLESH.
Awesome.
Bye.